Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So, big news. Big news. Better get ready for it. Amazon is about to jump in not only into BlockFi, but specifically DeFi. DeFi. So, what does this mean? What do they plan on coming up with? Amazon Coin? Their own DEX? Their own trading platform? Or a payment service? Let's talk about it. Also, is Warren Buffett warming up to crypto? And we'll try to connect the dots for you guys. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams every day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. All right, lively crowd once again. Let's do this. Hopefully you guys did not give up on becoming the person you're meant to be. And that is someone that is crypto rich. That is someone that is financially free with no burdens of having a 9 to 5, having a coworker, irritating coworker, or a boss that just berating you nonstop. Hopefully you guys didn't give up on that dream. And hopefully you guys hodled and just hodled some more, because there's good news. There's good news. So tonight I want to talk about Amazon and possibly Warren Buffett and others. There are good things coming. That's why you do not want to give up on becoming the person you're meant to be. All right. So starting with Bitcoin, we're right around 32.7. It climbed as high as 33.9, almost 34,000 before coming back down. But of course, people are still speculating. People are still wondering if that was the low, or we gonna go lower, or we gonna retest 20,000 or 25,000, or what is going to happen, right? Everyone is trying to guess, but I know deep down, you guys know too, that you know what? Sometimes you just have to resist the temptation. There's just a lot of people that will tell you that doomsday is right around the corner. You got to resist that temptation. And what I mean by it is resist the temptation to panic sell. If collectively together we're all just holding and we're buying the dips, then Bitcoin and crypto ain't going nowhere. And some of these altcoins have actually held pretty well. It may not seem like it. It may seem like it's a, sea of red. But you know what? Just case in point, look at Solana, still up 7%, still above $41. So there are altcoins that are still holding strong. And it's because of you guys, because of you, the ones that will refuse to give up on your dreams, refuse to give up on getting crypto rich and building a life-changing wealth, no matter how much it hurts sometimes. Sometimes you just have to struggle. You have to shed some tears, but you'll get through it. And when you do, you become stronger and you have more diamonds on your hands and you become a better person. All right, so with that said, what is coming? Well, this is the big news. Amazon, they're not hiding it. Unlike Apple, which came out with the job posting and quickly hit it, Amazon is proud. Proud because, of course, they're getting a brand new CEO, one that worked on blockchain and AWS before. And they have posted this right on LinkedIn. Head of product / blockchain. They're not even trying to hide it. This is obviously a blockchain position and job. And not only that, if you read through it, they actually specifically state DeFi. Ideally, you will have experience in delivering products or innovations in the blockchain space, and in particular, DeFi or traditional financial services. So what does this mean? Amazon is jumping 100% in, head in. They want to show the world what Amazon is all about, because while everyone else, all the big tech companies are still tiptoeing around the idea of hiring for blockchain or crypto or coming out their own team or coming out their own product, it seems like Amazon is trying to differentiate themselves and really build out DeFi. And what does that mean? Well, I'm just speculating. For someone like Amazon, of course, payments will be a big thing, right? To be able to accept crypto as a payment, that is an obvious thing. But what else can they be building with their blockchain? Can they be possibly tracking their supply chain and from the manufacturers to the shippers, all the way going to their warehouse, and then possibly even tracking the route from the warehouse to your house? Maybe they want to track all that on a blockchain and provide even more services on top of that. Maybe they want to provide insurance, tracking, and a whole lot more. Of course, we know that Amazon also deals with groceries, with Whole Foods and Amazon Fresh. Maybe they plan on tracking the temperature of your foods upon delivery or during route or even at the warehouse. It's just endless in terms of what you can do with blockchain. And you know what? We could just speculate at this point how massive this could be. And who knows? Maybe they go all in on DeFi. Maybe they create their own exchange so that you can buy Amazon coin. They already have Amazon credits, Amazon gift cards. Why not Amazon coin, right? And they build their own, maybe their swap mechanism, or maybe their own DEX so that you can purchase it directly and you could buy whatever you want from Amazon Whole Foods or Amazon Fresh or anything else that they own. And pharmacy, they have their own pharmacy too, with Amazon coin. I mean, this is big. This is a lot bigger than Apple, what they're trying to do. I know Apple is trying to integrate crypto payments into Apple Pay, which makes sense because they compete with PayPal. But Amazon, this is a whole other ball game because they have warehouses, they have products, they have a whole bunch of logistics and supply chain stuff that they need to worry about, right? I think this is pretty big. I think this is pretty darn big, and they're not hiding it. Like I said, they didn't just all of a sudden remove the job posting like Apple did because, the cat's out of the bag. Amazon's like, no. And there's only 94 applicants. So any of you guys that's in Seattle, Washington, and you have experience, why not? Why not go apply? Why not? All right. Now, next up, there's a lot of good news. We know that Warren Buffett is not a fan of crypto, right? But Berkshire Hathaway just invested $500 million into a Brazilian digital bank. And this bank operates just like a crypto company. Basically, this bank is targeting the unbanked. 30% of the population in Brazil does not have a bank account. And guess what? This Brazilian bank, what is it called? Nubank? They are targeting those by providing a really easy to use app. And that app does basically everything. It replaces a bank account. And you can send money to each other. You can get deposits. You can lend money out. Not lending, but you can send money out, right? And really it just does everything. Except they're not a crypto company. They're a digital bank. One that's all digital with no branches or anything like that. So it's kind of funny that Berkshire Hathaway is investing in this. So are they warming up? Are they warming up to crypto? Because you know that Nubank is probably looking at moving to crypto. So what they do exactly, they have a digital bank account, a debit card, insurance, P2P payment mechanism, loans, rewards, life insurance, credit card for small business owners, all targeting the unbanked, all with their equivalent app, right? So can Warren Buffett be doing a 180 and rather than call Bitcoin rat poison squared, or Charlie Munger saying that that buying Bitcoin is as immoral as eating baby brains or freshly harvested baby brains. Yes, he did say that. Maybe they're turning a corner and thinking, hey, this is the future. We better get on board before Berkshire Hathaway really just becomes too ancient. All right, so that's pretty positive news. What else is there? There's just a lot of positive news. I know the price doesn't reflect it right now, but I've always said, pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on behind the scenes. These big players, what are they doing? They're investing and they're building and they're cultivating. Okay? They're doing that while people are panicking over volatility, right? So that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to panic over volatility. You want to follow what the big players are doing. And the next one I was talking about is Goldman Sachs. Remember recently Goldman Sachs? They were bullish, then turned bearish. Now, guess what? They're leading. They're leading a round, a 28 million round for this crypto company called Blockdaemon. And Blockdaemon is actually interesting enough. It's a staking and node provider for institutional investors. Very, very interesting. A lot of you guys have heard of Anchor before. This is kind of the equivalency for bigger players, for bigger institutions that want institutional grade infrastructure. So basically you could run your own node. So that is what this company is about. And guess what? Goldman Sachs has just led a huge funding round for this project, right? So again, Goldman Sachs, very bullish, saying that Bitcoin is a new type of asset. Then they became bearish, saying that, well, no institutional investor really cares about Bitcoin and crypto. And then now, again, seemingly turned bullish again, leading a 28 million funding round for a crypto-based project. So again, don't listen to what they're saying. Pay attention to what they're doing, right? And that is investing right now. Now, are there any other good news? Yes, there's just so much. MicroStrategy, we know that Michael Saylor recently decided that, hey, I don't have enough Bitcoin. My 111,000 Bitcoin is not enough. I need more. So he decided to do a notes offering again at 400 million. That has upped to 500 million because interest is so high. He received $1.6 billion in orders for 400 millions that he's trying to sell. So that's roughly 4 times. So he upped it to 500 million, but who knows when this stops, it could be at $1 billion again. I think he was expecting that demand will be a little bit lower because Bitcoin's price came down, but guess what? No, it didn't get lower. People's appetite, companies' appetite, VCs' appetite, and institutional investors' appetite for Bitcoin is more so now than probably before because you can buy Bitcoin at a discount. So for $500 million, he's getting more than triple the amount coming in. I mean, he's being flooded with money right now. Again, kind of shows you Wall Street says one thing, right? But they're doing another behind the scenes. You got to pay attention to that. You have to pay attention. Where's this all this money coming from? It's not coming from retail investors, coming from institutional investors. And Michael Saylor, you know what? He's going to be able to buy a lot more Bitcoin for very, very cheap, considering we're at basically half of where we were before, right? And also, I've kind of started this tweet thing, but I don't know if it's gained any traction. But I've been mentioning about how Michael Saylor should be buying the number of Bitcoins, tens of thousands of Bitcoins on the spot market. He should do so. He could punish the heathens. I'm just kidding. He could punish the wicked, the ones that are wrecking the market, the ones that are shorting the market, right? So if he bought all of it on Coinbase, on the spot market and said, hey, I'm going to place a $500 million buy, that will destroy them. We will have one of the biggest short squeezes we have ever seen in the history of Bitcoin. So I petitioned that on Twitter, and a lot of you guys have chimed in and said that's a good idea. Some of you guys said it's not, right? But if enough people chime in and agree, and he agrees, we can make a Bitcoin day like none other, and it would be very, very, very fascinating. All right, what else is there? Well, Plan B, the person that created basically the stock to flow model and applied it to Bitcoin, well, he tweeted this out showing that, you know what, Bitcoin right now is going to according to plan. And there's been a couple bottoms over the last few years. One was just a bottom from top. Another one was COVID. And now we're seeing all this FUD from Elon, the Fed, Trump, China, all this stuff. And you could see every time Bitcoin kind of bottoms out in this dark gray area, right? That's when things turn around. And guess what? We are right there. And guess what? If you look at our current cycle, this last year of this cycle, we are still on our way. We did not break out. We did not break below. Look at 2017. Look at all these 40% dips. They also touch at the very bottom, this gray area, right? How it's defined, 1, 2, 3. It touched it 3 times, but it kept going and going and going and going. And this is the first time we tested. So it doesn't seem like we're anywhere close. It doesn't seem like we're anywhere close of top. And that is fantastic. Fantastic. All right. Two other news. Number one, Kusama has been doing very well because they have basically conducted the very first parachain auction and it was successful. So now that this is in place, which means you have a brand new sharded chain that is connected to the main Kusama chain. Now this has been tested and it looks like it's operational. So now they could go forward with more auctions to onboard more parachains. And when this is done, guess what? Then Polkadot is finally ready for parachains. So this could be a big thing. This could really open up Polkadot's ecosystem. And not only that, but also connect them all together too. So this could be a big thing. That happened, I believe, today or yesterday. I think it was today. So that is pretty positive. Also, Coinbase all of a sudden decided to add a few tokens. Getcoin and Enzyme token, I have no idea, but they added AMP. And that is a project that a lot of you guys are very, very familiar with. A lot of AMP fans. I am too. And they've been added on Coinbase Pro. So they jumped up like 20% today. So that's pretty good. Yeah, you know what? Someone chimed in about Nubank. So let's hear about Nubank. Nubank customer here. They're amazing. You have a checking account for free. They provide fee-less experience. I wonder how they make money. Brazilian YouTubers on the economic scene discuss how they could keep going profitable. They're not. Well, maybe that's why. You know, they could operate basically on a non-profit kind of level where they just reinvest everything, try to, acquire as many customers as possible and then get funding, which is why Berkshire Hathaway just gave them $500 million. That's a lot, $500 million. So good to hear. But you know what? A lot of people are speculating if they're going to get into crypto because that's basically what they do right now. All right, lastly, before I get Q&A, my sponsor, ItrustCapital, which allows you to buy and trade and hold a crypto with your 401k or with your IRA or your Roth IRA, have just added everyone's favorite meme coin, Dogecoin. So if you love Dogecoin and you want to buy it and you want to hold it for retirement because you think Dogecoin is going to go to the moon, well, you could do so with ItrustCapital. And you don't have to worry about taxes until you retire, right? So check them out. Their URL is in the description of this video. All right, that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, a lot of positive news. Right now, the price may not reflect it, okay? But remember, you're holding the keys to your future, okay? Don't listen to what other people are saying. You decide. You decide your future. Do you want to become that person you set out to be? Someone that is living the dream and can basically do whatever you want, whenever you want. You've attained financial freedom. The way to do so is to continue the course, to believe and have that conviction and have that discipline, obedience to continue forward and dollar cost average and hodl for life-changing wealth, so that you could become that person, right? So don't pay so much attention to the short-term volatility. Focus on the bigger picture. Focus on long-term. Everything I've just said today, very positive news, and they're all real. They're all coming, right? So don't let short-term price volatility scare you out. All right, let's do some Q&A. All right, I'm drinking water there. Can you hit up any interesting Glassnode metrics? No, because Glassnode is ridiculously expensive. $800 a month for their pro plan or their top tier plan. That is just ridiculous. That's highway robbery. I can't believe that they can actually charge that much. So that's why I don't have it in Glassnodes. I looked in CryptoQuant. There's really not that much that I could show you guys. There's really not anything that's standing out at this point. But Glassnode, it's highway robbery. I'm a bit disappointed with Celsius and the BlockFi crash when we have quick dumps. I keep USDT in both. Annoyed that you can't access it when you should be able to others. Any other options? No. Well, you could try Nexo. Nexo is also equivalent. It's similar. Or you could try like Aave or Compound, right? But a lot of these traditional, companies, they tend to have problems when there's like extreme volatility, right? Because when people are panicking, they just can't handle it. So, but anyways, if you have USDT in BlockFi, you should keep it there. You should not be trying to move it out. I mean, that's kind of the point. You lock it in and you don't touch it, and you earn that interest, that 9 or 10% interest, and you don't have to worry about it. You shouldn't really be touching that, Oz. With all this talk about green energy, do you think that EWT is a good buy? Possibly. There's a lot of rumors how it's tied with Tesla and Warren Buffett, so maybe. They're kind of off connections, but there is a connection there. But energy plays in general have not done well in the past, so I don't know. How FBI found BTC payment by pipeline company? It's very easy. Every single transaction, every single trade, every single transfer is tracked by the blockchain. That's actually not very hard at all. So, I think people think that, if you send someone Bitcoin that it can't be tracked. It can. You just don't know who it belongs to, but you can track it. And when they try to exit out, that's when you can catch them. Today's a great day. On my Huawei, I spy a swap is only 14 Gwei. It's right here. It's right here on CMC on top. In case you don't know. Yeah, it is lower. It is lower for sure. Philip, thank you. Chad, thank you. Sorry I'm late. Your position on AMP. Did you see? Yes, I already mentioned it. So good for AMP. Can you sum up dollar cost averaging? I understand it as slicing my buying power to smaller daily buys. Yes. So you can do it two ways. You could do it where you're just setting a schedule. You buy, say, $100 every single week on the same time, same day. You just set a schedule. That's it. Regardless if Bitcoin is at 32,000 or 20,000 or 60,000, you buy the same dollar amount. Or you could choose to buy when things are low, when there's a big dip and things are at a discount. You could buy and then you average your two prices together, right? Say you bought Bitcoin at $60,000. Now you buy it at $30,000. Now if you average the two together, you're at 45,000 cost average, right? So you could do it two ways. It's really up to you. Sneaky says TA experts think that it's going to keep dropping, but manipulation works in both ways. See, here's the thing. Here's the kicker. Expert does not belong in crypto. There's no crypto experts. TA in crypto is unreliable at best. I know hardcore TA people will argue to the moon that no, you can chart it, you can know exactly where it's going to go or this and that. But you know what? With crypto, low volatility, lots of leverage, lot of paper hands. You add all together, it's very volatile and sometimes just unpredictable. Sometimes things could go up or down unexpectedly with bad news, with good news, with a single tweet. Things can move really, really different than how you expect, which is why, people that push leverage, I don't like it because, TA might tell you, hey, this is a good selling point or a good buying point. And guess what? It goes the other way and you get wrecked. That's why I don't advise leverage. If you buy and hold, if you're down, it's okay. You can dollar cost average, you go hold it and wait until it comes back. But if you use leverage, you can't. You're just wrecked. Did you see super bid on Logan Paul's trunks? He'll be auctioning his fight trunks. Yes. No, I did not see that. I don't know if I'm not interested. I don't know if you are. Do you really want to buy Logan Paul's, sweaty trunks? Like for me, that doesn't interest me, but I guess for some people it does. You know what? I had a good conversation, just so you guys know about NFTs. I had a good conversation with Theta today. Because they want to come out with all these exclusive NFTs. They're working with influencers. So I may be doing something with Theta. In fact, I'm pretty sure I am. Just to give you guys a hint, when my Vegas conference, GeorgeCon 2021, I will be, everyone in attendance will get a special NFT. So it'd be very rare. So it's just based on the number of people going, you'll get a very special NFT. And at the conference, there will be a one-of-one NFT that I'll be giving away. So I'm going to probably work with Theta on it, but it's another benefit why you want to join. But yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I really love Theta, and I think they're going the right direction. Don't let whales, Michael says, don't let whales and market makers bully commoners into quitting our long-term financial dreams. Yes, they want to buy. They want to back up their trucks and buy all the coins. And yeah, it's really true. When you panic sell, basically you're opening the door to your future, to your financial freedom, what you wish you had. When you panic sell, basically you're opening the doors and letting the big players basically rob you of that. They're basically coming in through the door and taking that away from you. You don't want that to happen. You don't want that to happen. You basically just gave up, and that is what you should not do, right? If you don't know any better, you got in for the wrong reasons. Well, it's never too late to understand, right? To understand what you're invested in, what you got yourself involved with, and know that crypto can be volatile. It could be very, very rewarding, but sometimes it makes you want to just get out. Sometimes it makes you lose your way, right? And you just don't know what is going on. But that is what this channel is all about, and others, we collectively, at least here, I try to make you guys focus on the bigger picture to HODL because it works. It's the one strategy that has worked time and time again. And that is what you guys want to focus on. You don't want to let the big boys steal your lunch. You don't want them to take your dreams away from you. Newbank is not going to crypto, unfortunately. George, are you single? I am not. I have 2 kids that drive me crazy. How do you manage your time and feel guilty today? I mean, I'm trying. That's why I'm trying to hire more to kind of like free up some of my time for family and stuff, because I really have very little. And I have a car channel that I have to manage. I haven't done a lot of car reviews recently because I'm so busy with crypto. But it is very rewarding as well. I'm not going to lie. It's very, very rewarding, but it is very time consuming. But you know what? Hopefully I can get some help, in the future. News from today said more countries like Brazil are thinking about what El Salvador is doing. Yes. I've said that yesterday. I said El Salvador, although they're a small country, them publicly declaring we're considering making Bitcoin legal tender. That's a big statement. Paraguay also said that they're going to join in. right? And other countries are coming in and saying that too. All the countries that have a lot of citizens that are unbanked, and also countries that have hyperinflation or instability with their currency. That makes sense, right? You would rather buy Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin is very volatile, you would still rather hold and buy Bitcoin than have the currency basically deflate to nothing, right? Or inflate to nothing, I should say. So just look at Argentina, look at all these other countries with just economic woes, right? They're all looking at possibly adopting Bitcoin as legal tender. And that's enormous. That's just not something that was said before. In 2017, nope. 2013, nope. But now in 2021, it's happening. No limit in our case. The BTC is a poster board for crypto and DeFi that will hurt the banks. So buying and dumping BTC is a small cost for defending their monopoly. That is true. And plus, they're accumulating. I know they're accumulating behind the scenes. I think BPro and Telco could be $1 in 3 years. You mean Telcoin? Possibly. I mean, but their market cap is very different. I think you can't just look at the single coin amount. You have to look at the overall market cap. Telcoin and BPro's market cap is very, very different. It's not even close. So you have to be careful, but I still do I like both. I like both. Amazon should just use VeChain for tracking. You know what? Maybe they're talking to them. Who knows? Who knows? VeChain has all the big companies lined up. Maybe Amazon will adopt them. But right now, I think they want to develop their own. They want that control. Amazon does things like, they want the complete control, basically. How old am I? I'm too old. Let's just put it that way. Too old. Synthetic. I think it's a decent project. I'm more neutral on them. A lot of competition. Crypto is a logical solution to hedge against sovereign hyperinflation. More so Bitcoin than anything. Bitcoin is created really for that reason. But there are some crypto that hold very well. But most of them are not deflationary. They don't have a set supply. They don't have the name recognition. But Bitcoin is definitely doing that. When is the sign up for George Fest? No, it's GeorgeCon 2021. Pretty soon. I'm almost done getting all the details done, getting a webpage done, getting ticketing done. I think what's going to happen is I have to have two types of tickets. One type is just the people that want to attend the general conference with a lot of projects presenting and showcasing, educating. I think I will make that very, very inexpensive for a ticket. But now if you want to attend the party and the lunch, that's going to be a lot more expensive. So I think I'm going to have two kind of tickets. So I'm going to need some time to think about that. But I'm still planning. I'm not giving up on it. What is it? Origin Trail. Their supply chain, much, much smaller in VeChain. I still like VeChain much better at this point. Did I look at the Mina? I know they're just like the smallest protocol ever. Not really. So right now I'm concentrating on the big caps because they tend to do better with volatility and also come back faster. So all my recent buys have been with big caps. All right, guys. That's pretty much it. Overall, you know what? You control the keys to your future, right? If you've lost your way, if you have temptation to sell, keep in mind, what are you trying to accomplish, right? Are you trying to get crypto rich? Are you trying to, or simply just trying to gain financial freedom, right? Don't give up on that dream. Don't give up that path. Don't let people steal away from you. No matter how much FUD is being circulated or said, stay focused. Know that you're doing the right thing by investing in great projects or great currencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Cardano. These companies or projects will continue very, very far. This is not the end for them, right? So you don't want to be flooded out. You don't want to be led to panic sell. You don't want to make that mistake, or you're going to lose all respect for yourself and you're just going to feel miserable. So stay the course. Everything I've said tonight, Amazon getting in, new bank being invested by Berkshire Hathaway, Goldman Sachs investing into a crypto company, MicroStrategy having more money than they ever anticipated for this new Bitcoin buy. And there's just so much more, so much development, so much going on. You don't want to miss out. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Have a good one, guys. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye. And thank you for that.